That's to pay homage to all the COVID-19 victims, doctors, nurses, paramedics, first responders, family members, people from all over the world. We're all innocent. We're all innocent. This program here is to educate, to entertain, and to offend everybody on the planet at least once. Today's Saturday. There we go. Let's do the Saturday song. Saturday in the park sounds like the 4th of July. People shooting, stabbing, killing, and nobody even knows the reason why. Saturday in the park feels like the 4th of July. Is that a woman or an androgynous guy? Saturday in the park sounds like the 4th of July. There's a man selling ice. Screams, $20 a gram. Saturday in the park. Everybody lines up to get high. Saturday in the park. How many people are going to die? Saturday in the park. The man dressed in blue shakes his head as he walks by. Sad, sad, sad. That's Saturday in the park. Times have changed, man. Times have changed. And changing for the worse. That's a problem. I've been busy the last 24 hours. As soon as I get off of this, I ate my lunch and then I went to bed, took a nap. This lady calls and she wants me to help her put in a dishwasher. You know, I've never done a dishwasher. I wish I had a dishwasher myself, but I've never had one ever in my whole life. And she wants me to install her dishwasher, take her old one out. And, hey, the Fox, how you doing? Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox. And anyway, she wants me to take out her old dishwasher and install the new one. To me, I'm thinking, well, it shouldn't be too hard. All you got to do is, you got the intake for the water. I'm doing okay. I'm doing really good. Yeah. Except for I got to go finish doing the dishwasher today sometime after 1. But I look at it this way. Okay, you got to do the intake for the water, the outtake, and the electrical. Simple, simple. It should be simple. Son of a bitch, man. It took like 3 hours to even get the damn thing out. I don't know how they even got it in there. They got it in there and instead of putting screws and stuff, they nailed it. And there was no way I could get back there to take these nails out or whatever to take the dishwasher out. And it was a son of a bitch, man. Finally got it out, you know, after a while. Went to put the new one in. And of course, she had to have a kit to match the back of the dishwasher to the 3/8 compressible hose or whatever. She didn't have one of those. So it was after 6 o'clock. And really what you should have did is you should have just had the people that delivered it install it, you know. Would have saved me a hassle. But, you know, I'm 60. It's hard for me to get around. She's got a son that's 30. You know, he's there. He's on the computer for 5 or 6, 7, 8 hours, 10 hours a day. You know, he needs to learn how to do shit like that. But I'm going to go back today because she had to go get the part. And it was just a pain, but I've been busy. And I met a lady on Match yesterday. She gave me a call. I guess I put my number on there. I didn't know how she got my number, but she said I sent her the number. But she called me and we got talking. Nice lady. And I asked her if she knew anybody with COVID-19. And she says, yeah, she knows people that have COVID-19 in this area because she lives in this area. But she says that all they have is a flu and their stiffness and stuff. You know, they're sore and stuff like that. But none of them's been to the hospital. So I don't know what to think, you know. But COVID-19 is an actual virus, you know. It could kill people, actually. So Mr. Fox, what are you doing today? Anything? Are you there? Mr. Fox? The Fox. I'm just having some water. There's riots in Portland still, you know, that's crazy shit. See, that's the way it should have started. You know, they're burning garbage cans, stuff like that. That's the way it should have started instead of burning down buildings and stuff. Not much. You're from England, correct? Is that where you're from? From England? The UK? I seen 4 face puffed up. Yeah. It was an allergic reaction, you know. I don't know why. I always eat pasta. And then that day I ate some pasta for supper. went to bed, woke up about 3 o'clock in the morning. My mouth was just dry. Yeah, I know. It was awful. And the whole side of my face was puffed up, and my eye was swollen shut. And I had an allergic reaction to food. And it's the GMOs that we're eating now. You know, we shouldn't be eating GMOs. I've never had an allergic reaction to anything like that. Yes, I'm in the UK. Yeah, that's cool. Hopefully everybody's safe there. Yeah, it didn't take me long, you know. I just had to get it out of my system, and I was healed up in a day, day and a half, 2 days, or whatever. But yeah, um, it's strange that people have more allergic reactions now. They have more allergies. They have more PTSD or depression or thoughts of suicide. You know, all the time now, and that's crazy, crazy. You know, I never think about suicide. Why the hell would you do that? That's stupid. I don't get depressed. You know. But that's the first time I ever had an allergic reaction to wheat. I have an allergic reaction to cilantro. I never liked cilantro in the first place. Uh, to me, it reminds me of grass clippings out of your out of your lawnmower bag, you know. But if I eat cilantro, it could probably kill me, you know. It just boosts my blood pressure up. I don't know why. I looked it up on the internet. It's very rare, and I guess I'm very rare myself. But cilantro could kill me. So if anybody wants to kill me, powder out some cilantro and put it in my food, and probably have a heart attack. Other than that, I've never been allergic to anything, you know, nothing. And what's crazy, as soon as my face was healing up, I went outside and then a hornet or a wasp stung my ear. And I thought, oh my God. First I thought when I had that allergic reaction, I thought I had COVID-19, you know. First thing you think in your mind, oh no, I've got COVID-19, I'm going to go to the hospital, I'm going to die, blah, blah, blah. And after that it heals up, the hornet stings me on my ear. I'm thinking, oh my God, it's right next to my brain. It's one of those killer hornets. I'm going to die, I'm going to die. You know, I'm still here. So, Mr. Fox, what do you do for a living? What kind of work do you do in the UK? He probably works for the CIA or whatever it is there. MI6. You work for MI6? No work for now. But you're doing all right and everything's cool? Yeah, I need to fix my computer to speed it up because one time there's a hacker or whatever, and I don't know if they're hacker or bots or whatever they're called, but they just kept going on and on and on and on. So I slowed it down to like every 30 seconds. That's good. Hopefully, yeah, I don't know if you're married and got kids, but hopefully everybody's safe. You know, the money we spent on the COVID-19, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. See, like right now here in the States, you're supposed to get another $1,200. You know, everybody's waiting on that money, and the politicians are in there, and they can't decide anything. You know, it's already been a couple, 2 or 3 weeks. Can't decide on anything. It's pretty funny. Our vice president's going to be or whatever. Like we have Mike Pence. No, I think it's on this end. We have Mike Pence and Kamala Harris. Going to be vice president, one of those two. And I don't even know I don't even have a clue what those guys even do. You know, I don't. But the politics here is it's crazy, crazy. You know, it's sad the way that the cities are ran and stuff like that. A lot of homeless people. There has to be a solution some way, somehow. You know, get them out of the city, take them out to the edge of town, out in the desert or whatever. Give them a tent city. Make sure they got food and water. You know, take care of them. Get them out of the city because. Oh, okay. Yeah, they need to get people out of the city because if there's ever tourists or stuff like that, people that go to San Francisco, that's where Kamala Harris and Pelosi's from and stuff like that. And they say that the streets smell like urine, you know. You go down the street, it smells like urine. Oh, yeah, I can't type very good either, you know. I hate texting. You know, that's a new thing, but I always hated it. But they need to get them out on the edge of town in the desert or whatever. Put them in tent cities, give them food, give them water. Get them out of the cities. Not unless they work. If they work, bus them to their jobs. Because some people work and they just can't afford to rent because rent's $1,500 a month for an apartment, and they're not even there. And people just can't afford that. That's what's strange about the people at Silicon Valley. People work for Apple and Google and shit like that. When they get there, they have food spread out for them. They can have anything they want. They even have a cafeteria. They don't charge anything. And then just a few blocks away from that, there's homeless people that are starving. They don't even have a place to take a shower or anything. And it's crazy here in the United States. They need to have a solution somehow, equal it out. But it's all about the money, it's all about the money. Nobody cares about the other person. It's like that lady that's, I'm helping her. We don't have it that bad. Yeah, in my town, it's not that bad either. We have hardly any homeless people here, We probably do, but I just don't know about it. But the thing is, the churches are empty all the time, They don't use the church until Sundays or sometimes the evenings or whatever. They need to open them up for people, for homeless people to go take a shower, get cleaned up, get out of the elements if you can. Because now, the next couple of days, it's going to be over 100 degrees here, 101, 102. Yeah, some people, they like to be homeless like that. That lady that was staying with me, okay, what really pissed me off one time is I took her to the store. She got beer, she got cigarettes. As we're pulling in the driveway, there's a car coming down the street, and she sees that car. And she gets out of my pickup really fast, gets out in the street, waves her hands like it's an emergency. Hey, hey, hey! The guy finally stops. He thinks, oh my God, this guy's trying to rape this lady or something. And he rolls down the window. Oh, what's the problem? She goes, do you have any cigarettes? Yeah, there's free housing here for the poor, some of them. They have, in the UK too, they have free housing, which they should. Somehow they have to have, those people that do have free housing, somehow they have to have a way to compensate, do something. I don't know how they're going to do it, but pick up litter or something. I don't know, But I know there's not enough jobs to go around. I know that for a fact because AI is taking over. The computers are going to dominate the human population really fast, But we're in the revelations right now. Everything's going to be revealed. In the next generation, everything's going to be revealed. And I don't watch Alex Jones that much, but I decided to watch him yesterday. And I think Millie Weaver, she got arrested. She's a journalist. And I think she had something on the Clintons or something like that. Next thing you know, here comes the police. They put handcuffs on her and arrested her and stuff. 20 per. But yeah, England, England, I don't know, it's a small country, but it's got some power. I don't know how it's got that much power, but it does. That's probably where all the richest people in the world are, is in England, You never hear about the Rothschilds and those people like that. Because whenever you hear the richest people, it's Bill Gates and Bezos and Tim Cook and shit like that. People out of it with the computers. Yeah, I know. I was a truck driver. I knew that. I already know that. It's coming. It's coming. See, I knew that like 20 years ago. In the military, that's where it first started. They'd take them out in the desert. They'd have one vehicle, one driver or whatever. And then the next thing you know, there's like 5 or 6 behind them like a train. And whatever that first vehicle does, the other ones will follow automatically. But pretty soon it's going to be driverless, yeah. How you doing, Justin? I'm doing pretty good myself. But yeah, the autonomous stuff is taking over. And I seen that coming a long, long time ago, man. And people won't be able to afford cars. Here where I live, people have 1 or 2, maybe even 3 cars per family, But in the big cities, they don't even have a car. They can't afford a car. They can't afford parking, um, different things like that. Because no matter where you go, the parking's going to cost. It's nuts. Here, it's free parking no matter what. But yeah, the AI is going to be taking over. 20% of all the people in the truck driving industry. Same with the warehousing. If you watch a video, I don't know what the name of it is. Um, it might even be Budweiser. I'm not for sure. But anyway, they wrap everything. The computer can wrap it, put it on a pallet, wrap it, and then another computer can come pick it up, lift it up, and put it into the racks, wherever it needs to go, or load it on a semi, in a trailer, without anybody even being there. They could even shut off the lights in the warehouse, and the computers can just keep going and going and going. It's crazy. And took the place of 5, 10 people right there, because you don't need somebody to stand there and stretch wrap. It's called stretch wrap, palletize, load the trucks, whatever. It's all computerized. That's like everything right here. It's all the mark of the beast, 666 on everything you buy, 666. But a computer can stack it, put it in an aisle wherever it wants. The same with the stores. One of these days, you're just going to order something off the computer for the stores, punch it in. It's going to have your name and number because it's going to know what you want. And it's just going to kick it off the shelf. Go down the line, load it in a box. It's going to automatically tape it. You're going to go behind the store, pick it up, just like the trucks. When they deliver, you go behind the store. It's going to have your name on it. And just pick up your boxes. It's going to be paid for because you're going to pay for it online before you get there, before you order. And everything's going to be computerized. People in the stores, there won't be anybody in the stores hardly even working. No, we don't have any drones, but what's strange is a lot of people are going to start freaking out here in my area. Okay, there's a lot of military helicopters the last couple of weeks flying over. Okay. That's no biggie. It's unusual, to see that. But what it is the National Guard, Air Guard, they do their training about this time every year. And pretty soon you're going to see convoys of military vehicles on the highway here. And all it is the National Guard going to the annual training. Like every day I go outside, I'll see a military helicopter, but they're just training, fly around. They have to have so many flight hours, land, fuel, take off, And the civilians are going to see that, and they're going to start freaking out. Oh my God, it's the end of the world, it's the end of the world. But that's all it is. But yeah, we don't have drones here, but the drones will be delivering stuff too. Like our newspapers, they're going out. I heard in Wyoming, I don't read the newspaper anymore. But there's some places in Wyoming that they shut it down to like 1 or 2 days a week. But really in Wyoming, there's hardly anything there. So really they could take a drone, hook a newspaper to it, go 15 miles out to deliver it, just drop it, and then come back, instead of having to drive a car to that guy's house and give him a newspaper. But yeah, drones are going to be taking over too. Everything. It's going to be computerized, everything. And I'm just glad I'm alive to see it, I'm glad I'm alive to see what's happening. But I hate to tell people, don't fall for the new norm. The new norm, don't do it, don't do it. Try to go back in time. Try to go back, don't, how do I explain? I don't know. Don't go for the new norm, Don't wear the mask. We're going to have to wear the mask now, but after a while, they're going to say you have to wear it constantly. And you have to stay out of stores, blah, blah, blah. Different things like that. Yeah, it's just nuts. But people need to plant their own gardens because, like I said, I was allergic to wheat. It's the GMOs. They have hardly any nutritional value. They look nice and everything, the tomatoes and the peppers and the apples and stuff like that. But when you bite into them, there's no flavor to them at all. It's like, what the hell is this? But they look nice. That's basically about it. But everybody needs to plant a garden. Plant something. Plant trees. Plant flowers, vegetables. Berries, whatever, strawberries, raspberries, anything. And we can't fall for the new norm. You see, that's what's crazy. Like right now, say for instance, this is just an example. Everybody's seen a dog chase a car, and when they see him chase a car or a pickup or whatever go by, or a kid on a bike, they say, oh, that's just a dog. That's what dogs do. They always do that. But like in a generation, like the new generation come up, if the dogs didn't chase the car, if a cat chases a car or a bike, to us right now it'd be strange. What the hell is that cat doing? But the generation that's coming up, if they've never seen a dog chase a car and the cats were doing it on a daily basis, it would be the new norm. You know what I'm saying? And it's just weird. That's the way it is. It's going to be the new norm, and it's bad. It's bad. But the computers, it's it's an equalizer. You know, it's an equalizer for everybody. You know, most people just they don't know how to cut and paste, just like kindergarten. Cut, paste, copy, paste, or whatever you want to call. You know, that's kindergarten stuff. But the computer is the greatest equalizer of all time. You know, it'll equalize everybody. It doesn't matter. Young, old, black, white, rich, poor, you know, fat, skinny, gay, straight, whatever. The computer is an equalizer of the greatest equalizer of all time. More than, hey, nodding in. More than a gun. You know, like some people carry a gun to an equalizer just in case somebody big takes you on or whatever. Or better than money. A computer is better than money. It's better than anything. A computer is the greatest equalizer of all time. You can make money off of a computer, you know. And it's crazy, you know. We hardly ever use what's even on the computer, you know. Copy, like I said, kindergarten stuff, copy and paste, cut. You go to your Facebook, YouTube channels, you know, Twitter, whatever. That's basically what we do. Pay the bills. But there's so much more on a computer that's unreal, you know. And it's going to get up there. It's going to get up there. What's crazy is if we ever turn into what do they call those? Cyborgs or something like that. Half human, half robot, and be attached to a computer. If we do that, all of us will turn into gods. All of us will be a god because we'll know everything. Everything that a computer knows, a person will know. You know, if you want to speak Spanish, you'll know how to speak Spanish. If you want to know how to speak Chinese, Russian, whatever, you could do it. If you want to know how to play the guitar, do it. If you want to play the piano, you know, you want to know physics, whatever. You get hooked up to the computer, and that's really scary. And people are going to do it, you know. And it's like the endorphins in your brain. You'll have like an app. If you want to be high on cocaine or whatever, you just punch this app. Next thing you know, you're high. Methamphetamine, heroin, alcohol, or marijuana, you know, because it'll be hooked up to the endorphins in your brain, and you just have an app for that kind of stuff, and it's going to get crazy, you know. But we'll all be gods if we're hooked up to a computer, you know. And it's going to be sad though, because there's only one God, and don't put any other gods before Him. But it is the mark of the beast, like I said. Everything's the mark of the beast. If you really know what you're looking for, you can see 666 everywhere. Everywhere you go, you see 666. Yeah, most of us don't even use 10%, you know. We're lucky if we use 10%. See, the bad thing about me, I can't remember all the stuff, you know. I remember different things. That's what's weird, you know. I don't know if it's long-term or short-term memory or whatever, because you can't remember. But if your brain was a computer, you just punch it in, you know. Maybe that's what's wrong with my brain. I need to delete some of that shit, you know, clean it up. Not when you take acid. I don't know, I took acid. I probably took 200 hits of acid before in my life, you know, for reals. I used to take it every weekend for 2 years. Maybe that's a problem, maybe, you know, it fried my brain, I don't know. But some people take an acid trip and they never come back, never, you know. I really never had a bad trip. Because what was weird about acid back in the day, it was cheap, man. Like $1, I remember it was $1 a hit for purple microdot. Yeah. Shrooms are pretty good. But purple microdot, orange microdot, green microdot, or whatever, they were like $1 and they went up to $2. Yeah, when you take acid, yeah, what's weird? Yeah, it's coming. It's shroom season. Yeah, you just got to know which ones to pick. You know. And there's nothing wrong with them. You know. The bad thing about me, the last time I took shrooms, I got sick. You know, but I was on alcohol. I drink a lot of beer. way too much beer, and then took some shrooms and ended up throwing up. But it was the alcohol. But shrooms, there's nothing wrong with them, you know. You just gotta know which ones to take. But a lot of people, when they take acid, they have a bad trip, you know. It's chemical and stuff like that. See, like when my face got infected, not infected, but you know, allergic reaction or whatever. The guy that invented LSD, no, I never saw that one. I never seen Lucy. But anyway, the guy that invented LSD, he experimented on himself. You know, took a little bit, and then as he rode home, because back then there wasn't too many cars or whatever. He had a bike, yeah, Liberty Caps. Yeah, I've done Liberty Caps before. And anyway, he's on his bike and he starts to hallucinate and stuff like that. How they started LSD. It doesn't take very much. But yeah, Oregon and California and stuff like that. And really, you know, I shouldn't say this, but it's not too hard to grow shrooms. You know, um, you can just have some fluorescent lights in your closet, and you can grow a lot to keep you supplied. You know, for years and years and years. It's like being in like a racks, like I told you about the um, turbines and shit like that for wind, like a rack for your pieces at like Little Caesars and shit like that. You have racks of mushrooms in your closet. They grow in the plastic bucket. Yeah, they're not too hard to grow, you know. Shrooms, pretty simple, you know, just gotta have it sterilized, you know, make sure there's not too much stuff. You can grow with hardly any electricity, you know, you can use fluorescent lights and you can grow shrooms, you know. It's like us, they keep us in the dark and feed us full of bullshit. Same thing with this room. But in a small closet area, you just put them in racks, have fluorescent lights, and you could have enough shrooms to last you a long time. You know, I hate to tell you that, just don't get busted, don't get stupid or whatever. You know, that's how a lot of people that do drugs or whatever, they go out and they want to brag and blah blah blah. Look at this, look at that. Yeah, when you get your own place, yeah, you just have to get a start, and the spores or whatever they're called, they'll spread out by themselves. Just keep it sterilized and don't get anything contaminated or whatever. And they're really simple to grow, really simple. You know, just like marijuana. Marijuana is simple too, you know, but you got to have more light if you're growing it inside, you know. But I guess if you're growing shrooms outside, I guess it's okay too if you have a good place. You just got to know what type to grow. But yeah, mainly Liberty Caps. That's what I took last time. But I haven't done that shit in 30 years. Used to do it all the time. It's pretty fun. You know, some people say, "Oh, I miss those days." I do in a way, but I don't. You know, some of the shit was kind of chaotic and kind of. Yeah, I used to grow weed myself. Yeah, see, back in the late '70s and early '80s, I subscribed to High Times, and High Times would tell you how to do it. You know, separate the males and the females, what kind of fertilizer and stuff like that. Give you a step by step how to grow marijuana, and it's easy. It's real easy. You know, you just can't get caught because it's a felony. You go to freaking prison for growing marijuana. You know, that's kind of stupid. But alcohol is just as bad, if not worse. I don't see any problem with it. Just don't go to work. If you're smoking weed, don't go to work. Don't be driving. Don't be babysitting. You know, don't go out in public too much. You can go to the park or whatever. How many plants can you grow in California? See, I got some land in Alturas. That's the place I remember. Alturas. I don't know if you ever heard of Alturas, but I got land in Northern California and in Southern California. And I guess in Northern California, around that area, That's probably the best weed in the United States. But how they became like skunk bud, that was like the original. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I I, I couldn't live with a day without growing smoking weed for the longest time. 5 or 6 plants. Shit, you can't beat that, man. You know, that's enough for two heavy duty smokers and a little extra. 5 or 6 plants, easy. You have enough there to last. If that's what it is, if it's legal that you can grow that many plants. But yeah, when the skunk bed first came out, it was like 60 an ounce, and that was outrageous. That was a lot of money, $60, 30 a half or whatever. But they're the ones that really started Sensibilia, because back in my day, a lot of shit had seeds, man, a lot of seeds. The commercial Mexican and shit like that had a lot of seeds. But then when you separate the male and the female will grow THC or stuff like that, cannabinoids, instead of making a seed, because it's a virgin plant. And the people that did it was the people that made the skunk bud. They went over to Afghanistan, got some good seeds, brought it to California, and separated the plants, male from the female. And then after that, it just like fucking blew up, because really you don't need a male plant at all. You don't even need a seed anymore. You just clone them, you just clone your plants, and you'll have another female, another female. One female plant, a foot tall, 2 feet tall, or whatever. You get the things. Next thing you know, you got 10 females, and you just clone them. You'll never need a male plant ever. You'll never need a seed ever. It'll be good weed. Yep, that's crazy. But it was kind of like an unknown secret. Everybody was always looking for the sensibilia. Seedless weed, seedless. The sensibilia. But now that's all there is. It's all seedless. And it's crazy how it works. It is crazy. But the only thing is the money. I think that's what it is. The government's not making any money off of it, but they need to have more people smoking marijuana instead of taking methamphetamine, cocaine, and heroin and shit like that. See, back in my days, a lot of people smoked weed, drank alcohol, beer, mainly beer and weed. Yeah. Yeah, you can clone. If you know how to clone, just cut it on an angle, stick it in some water. In 2 weeks, you'll see the roots grow. It's pretty simple. Yeah. Just take a branch, cut it off, cut it on an angle. That's better. And just put it in water, set it in the window, whatever, and the roots will start growing and plant it. You can do that with all your plants. But like I'm saying, before there's drug testing, before there's drug testing, most everybody I knew smoked weed. Everybody, or drank beer. They always drank beer. And then the drug testing came out, and they were afraid to lose their job because marijuana stayed in your system a long time, like 30 days or some bullshit like that. A long time. If you get caught on a piss test, you lose your job. If you lose your job, you lose your house, you lose your car, you lose your reputation because you're a drug addict for smoking marijuana. Okay, so people like laid off of smoking weed, and they start doing chemicals, cocaine, methamphetamine, because they're doing it on a Friday night. Well, if I do it on a Friday night and get buzzed out till Sunday, mellow out, and then Monday or Tuesday, I'll be clean. But that's fine and dandy. But the next thing you know, you're fucking addicted, and you're not doing it on Friday night. You're doing it Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, every fucking day of the week. Marijuana, you can go without marijuana. You're not going to go through withdrawals, psychologically withdrawals. But you're not going to get, how do I say, you're not going to get the cold sweats, and you're not going to get sick. You're not going to throw up, whatever. You're just not going to have weed. But that's what was sad as soon as the drug testing started coming in, people started doing more chemicals, and then they got addicted because chemicals are addictive. Marijuana is not addictive that I know of. But it's crazy. I don't like the uh, yeah. See, that's the way it is in what do you call it? True words of a wise man. Yeah, it's sad that people got addicted to chemicals, man. You know, I've seen it happen for reals. It happened to me. You know, I didn't think I'd ever quit weed. I did not think I'd ever quit weed or alcohol ever. You know, ever. And then I started doing cocaine, and fucking beer didn't matter to me, or smoking pot. I didn't want any. You know, I just wanted cocaine. You know, for reals, and meth. But back in those days, everybody was cool. You know, everybody was cool. Like you'd have 10 friends, and one of them was like a dickhead or whatever. You know. Now, you know, 10 people, all of them are fucking dickhead, and you wish you had a good friend. You know what I'm saying? Times have changed. It's crazy. You know, because nobody would rip you off back then. Nobody would steal from you or whatever. They'd make you deals, whatever. Everybody would be square. Nobody would have a problem. You know. Now everybody wants to rip everybody else off. You know, even their own family or whatever. But yeah, marijuana, the prices are too rich for me because I can't afford it. Hopefully one of these days they're going to legalize it in Idaho if they do, I'll grow it. But I can't afford to buy in that, you know. I think it's like 15 a gram or something like that, some ungodly amount. Yeah, money brainwashes people. It does, you know. Money's not real, like I tell you. We're in the apocalypse. Political, educational, monetary, religion, it's all fake. Money's fake. Money's fake, you know. They're going to give out $1,200 to everybody in the United States or whatever. Where the fuck do they get that money? There's nothing backing it. There's nothing backing it, you know. It just keeps people to pay their bills, and there won't be any more civil unrest than what there is now, which there's going to be a lot more coming, you know. Because people are never going to be satisfied. I don't even know what they're protesting in Portland. I have no clue what they're bitching about. I don't, you know. But a good thing they caught the dumpsters on fire instead of buildings. Why fuck up a building, you know? For what? Just to say you could do it? You know, it's just somebody else's property. And it's stupid. Yeah, but there's a lot of people too that's in prison for marijuana and stuff like that. They shouldn't be there. They're good people, but they have to do hard time for getting caught with marijuana and stuff like that. So that's even like Tommy Chong. Tommy Chong didn't. They had weed when they came to his house, but for the hey, how's it going, Kevin? But when they came in to bust Tommy Chong, what it was for just glass bongs, you know, because he sold in like Pennsylvania or something like that, some county that you couldn't buy paraphernalia, you know. So they got the FBI and DEA and all that bullshit came in and got Tommy Chong, and he went to prison mainly for just glass. But when they went to his house, he had marijuana, of course, you know. No big deal. But even here in this town, at the smoke shop, they were selling bongs and stuff like that. You know, they're advertising for tobacco, but of course, everybody's going to use it for marijuana. Yeah. Plus, the people from back east or whatever, they called him a few times, too, to ask if they could distribute some stuff into that county, which doesn't allow paraphernalia, you know, more than once, you know. And then it was his son. I think his son's name Paris or some fucking thing like that. I don't know. Can't remember. But anyway, his old lady's pretty hot. But they sold it to that county, and then right then they had evidence or whatever you call it, probable cause. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did too. You know, but Tommy didn't work there. It was mainly his son that was running the place, you know. And Tommy took the rap because he didn't want to see his son or his wife go to jail because he knows they're probably pussies. They couldn't handle it. And he's a big star and he's like a celebrity and everything. Everybody treated him well. But yeah, he took the rap. He pleaded guilty or whatever to drop the charges off of his kids and his wife and stuff. But mainly it was the son. You know, went into his son's business. And, you know, I don't know. I don't even know if they pressed charges against the son, put him on probation or what. But I think he got 6 or 9 months, you know. But he's okay. He can handle it. It's a story, you know. He can tell a story. Tell a funny story. Yeah. But the bongs, you know, I used to have a USA bong. I don't know if you guys know what a USA bong is. Like 3 chambers. There'd be 3 chambers. See, nowadays they pull the bowl out. Fucking hate that bullshit. Pull out a bowl. Fuck that. Yeah, it's kind of like entrapment in a way, but on your, there's always plastic. I didn't use glass because fucking they would break too damn easy. But anyway, you drill a hole for your thumb, use that as a carburetor. Because nowadays you got your fucking bowl, and you got this stupid piece of steel or whatever you lift it up. Oh yeah, they're watching everything. The government's watching everything. No matter what, you're being tracked. You're being tracked on your phone, your computer, laptop, car, whatever. And people say, "Well, I don't have that kind of stuff. I don't have that kind of stuff." But you go to the grocery store, you use your credit cards. There's a chip there. They can track you with that chip. Your driver's license got a chip in it. Your passport's got a chip in it. They're tracking everything you do, no matter what. They're tracking you. You know. We've been through this conversation so many times. Okay, let's change the conversation. Uh, what do you guys want to talk about? What's your thoughts on AI? Okay, AI, it's going to take over. It's going to take over, man, no matter what. To the government. It always comes back to the government. Okay, I'm cynical as hell. I'm cynical. I don't trust the fucking government at all. I was in the military. Crazy life story. Let me see a crazy life story. I probably got one. Okay. Here's a crazy life story. How about, we're going to go back to the weed thing. Okay, one time I got a pound of marijuana. And where I lived, I used to live out in the country. Okay. The pound, it was a shitty pound. It was commercial Mexican, like $150 or something like that. Let me see. Okay, anyway, I got a pound. And my ex-wife, she had an Camaro. It was called, not the IROC, it's the other one. Z28. She was a Z28, the black one with the gold trim, pretty nice car, T-top, blah, blah, blah. Okay, she's driving, I'm in the passenger side. Got a pound of weed. Okay, there's 2 stop signs just before we get to my house out in the country. I don't know why, but there's 2 stop signs. One's for the corner, of course. The next one's for the railroad tracks. Then over the railroad tracks is my house. Okay, for some reason she ran one of them. And for some reason she ran one of them. And there was a cop behind us. I don't know why the fuck cops were there. And I took the weed. I don't know why I did, but I had it underneath the seat. But I took it. I was wearing a Levi jacket. I opened it up and I stuck the Levi jacket. The weed in my Levi jacket. And as soon as we pulled into our yard, because it was, like 100 yards away from the stop sign, pulled into our yard, the cops were right there. He's going to write out my ex-wife a ticket for running the stop sign, And I'm thinking I'm getting busted with a pound of fucking weed. I'm going to prison. Okay. So he's over there, he's giving her a ticket. And I got to make him an excuse. I got weed right here and my chest is sticking out, And I got to make him an excuse to get out, And he's not after me. So I'm going, do you mind if I go in the house and take a piss? And he goes, no, go ahead, But she has the keys to the door. The door's locked, And I'm just ecstatic and shit. I go to my front door, go to turn the knob. The fucking door's locked, man. I go, oh my God, what the fuck's going on? So I go to the back door. The back door's locked. I just fucking kick the fucking door in, and get in there, take the weed out of my Levi jacket, put it in the cupboard or some fucking thing, and she got a ticket. But that was a crazy story. I got away. The cops had no fucking clue, and it's a true story. And another true story when we were kids. Everybody knows what the A&W is, right? The old A&W. They used to bring the trays out for your food, metal trays. They'd put it on your window and stuff. Okay, we steal one of those for rolling trays. We'd steal them. And roll our weed and shit like that, take the seeds out and all that shit. Okay, we're all underage. All of us are 15, 16, 17 years old, 18, And we're having a keg over at this guy's house in the basement. Fucking music just fucking blasting, Ted Nugent. Fucking just music blaring. Everybody's high as a kite. We're all just fucking juveniles. And we got a keg. And the neighbors call the cops. There's fucking cars on the lawn, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, the cops are coming, and somebody yells, the cops are here, the cops are here. So we have this tray that's got weed on it, probably about an ounce. And I tell them, put it in the fucking refrigerator, put it in the refrigerator. So they take the tray, fucking throw it in the refrigerator. And the cops come downstairs. He knows that all of us are underage. You know, nobody gets arrested. Because back in those days, it was kind of cool. But anyway, he comes down, and he's looking for beer. First fucking place he looks, he opens the fucking refrigerator. And he's looking in there for fucking beer. And he didn't see the weed. The weed was on the tray, up on the top shelf, back. You know, and he's looking for cans of beer or bottles of beer or whatever. And he didn't say a word, you know. But back in those days, they just tell you, you know, turn down the music, blah, blah, blah. You know, you're all underage, don't be driving, you know. But that's another story. I don't know what else to tell you, you know. Because you say, yeah, we've been through this conversation so many times. I ate my dog. Okay. I eat hot dogs sometimes. What was it like when I tried meth? I really didn't enjoy it. I really don't enjoy meth, you know. To me, when we first started doing it, to me it made me feel dirty. And you can't sleep or whatever, you know. But my ex-wife, that's what she enjoyed. She liked to do meth. So when she do meth, I'd do meth. But I really didn't like it, you know. But I did it for fucking 20 years, 25 years. You know, I got addicted to the shit. And that's what's sad. I use caffeine. Yeah, caffeine makes you feel weird. They make you shake, and it's like the energy drinks. I really don't like those energy drinks either because they have too much caffeine. But meth is nothing but chemicals, you know. Fucking, I don't know what the hell they make that shit out of. But the reason why is Hitler's the one who invented meth because he didn't have to feed his soldiers. They would work longer hours and they'd be more aggressive, you know. But that's where it started, the Nazi meth. You know, it's called the cold method. But anyway, he would feed his troops methamphetamine to keep them going. But that's where it got all started. But what else do you want to talk about? Because, yeah, we always talk about the same stuff. I don't know if it's the government or what. Okay. I was an everyday heroin user for 7 years. I've been clean since February. Yeah, that's good. See, I cleaned up about May 12th, 2005, all the way until Beatrice came over here. And the second day she was over here, we did some meth. You know, I did a couple times. And I wasn't impressed, you know. But I was from 2005 all the way till, you know, 2018 or something like that. I was straight. Not really a bad trip. I've got sick. That's about it. I've never had a bad trip on shrooms. No, never have. There probably people do, you know. But I never have. Even on LSD, I never did. Like the worst thing I ever saw was people, like there'd be 4 or 5 of us tripping, you know, we'd go into this house. I told them one time I'm just going to stay out in the car. It was the middle of winter, you know, December, January, or whatever it's cold. The streets are icy and stuff like that. And I just saw the crystals on the windows starting to appear. And I started to panic a little bit, you know. It wasn't a bad trip or whatever, but I was starting to freak out. Probably in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, if you don't fucking get your shit together, you're going to die of hypothermia or something like that. But I never really had a bad trip on LSD either, you know. Just the other people, you kind of make shit chaotic, you know. It shouldn't have been that chaotic, you know. Kind of like drama and stuff like that. But yeah, I've never had a bad trip, you know. On meth, you know, I've been awake too many fucking days. I know that. I want to go to sleep and I couldn't do that. Couldn't go to sleep. But this has been going on for about an hour. I got to go over there and finish doing the stupid fucking dishwasher, man. That's a pain in the ass. That's what's sad. I'm 60 years old. It's hard for me to get up and down. And she's got a 30-year-old kid that's on the fucking computer, you know. I've never done a dishwasher before, either has he. You know, he should do it. He should learn how to do that. But I'm going to have to go do it, you know. I really don't know what really made me do it, you know. I guess because everybody else is doing it. Not, you know, a lot of people are doing it, not everybody. but I think it was like a circle of people that we were with, and my wife ran into a little bit of money. You know, she got like 30 grand or something like that, and we started doing chemicals. See, we were doing acid way before that because acid was cheap, $1 or $2. There's someone on your computer at your house? Not here. No, I'm the only one here in the house right now. I don't know. I got 2 laptops. And I got 3 other computers in the other rooms. You know, they're all Dell. This one here is Samsung. This is a tablet though. But I like Dell computers. I think the best one I have is the XPS 8500. I think it is 8500 XPS 8500. That's what I have. That's my best computer. And I got Dell 620, 670, shit like that. You know. But I got 3 computers and 2 laptops. But nobody's on the computers. But anyway, okay, what's this? My brother works for Dell. Yeah, see, they had a computer called the Beast. You know, they brought out a computer. I think it's the M1750, and that's what's weird. You know, the mark of the beast and stuff like that. But Dell put out a computer called the Beast, M1750. But the thing about Dell, that guy, whatever his name is, Mark Cuban or whatever the fuck his name is, you know, he's paying his employees, the people that can't work. You know, he's got some money, man. That dude's got some money, and really, he's thankful for the people that did work for Dell, and he's helping them out, trying to pay their wages and stuff like that. You know, so that's a good thing. And I don't know how the fuck those guys became billionaires that fast, you know, but they went up fast. You know, Zuckerberg, Jobs, Steve Jobs, he's dead now though, but Bill Gates and shit like that. But they just fucking zoomed to the top, you know, billions and billions of dollars. And they could help out humanity so easy. They think they are, but really they're not. You know, they're not helping out humanity. I think they're hurting them more than anything. Yeah, I got to get off myself. I got to go do that stupid dishwasher. You know, it took me 3 hours yesterday. Got to finish it up today. But anyway, this is the Fat Man at Noon. Stay straight, stay strong. God bless. Take care. See you tomorrow. Have a good day. Give me another subject we can talk about, because you said we should talk about the same stuff. Well, we go to the same stuff. I need something else to talk about, you know. So see you tomorrow. Have a good day.